Greetings, ducklings, and welcome to episode 5 in my journey to become a top-tier Space Sigma in Mass Effect. We just rescued a blue non-binary yet super feminine alien from a Prothean dig site and escaped the collapsing ruins just in time. Now that we're all safely back inside the Normandy, I need to check in on the crew. I am their leader after all. Their mother hen with a huge proverbial rack at which they suckle their daily sustenance of my words of affirmation.
All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I can't have you on this ship if you're going to infect my crew.
I can't help but notice how ahead of its time this game is, what with all the interspecies tensions and all.
I'm concerned about the aliens.
Perhaps the only thing that can end racism on Earth is our united speciesism against aliens. Xenophobes unite.
What the hell is even that?
I check in on Liara, who explains that she's neither male nor female, and both young and old, and I can't help but think that it'd be really strange to be attracted to her. Maybe my traumatic experience with the Asari consort on the Citadel is affecting my judgment. But nevertheless, she or it finds me interesting, who doesn't?
I find you so fascinating. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
I'm not some artifact you can take back to your lab, Doctor.
Probably like ships, and side missions are better than side chicks. So now that the crew has suckled sufficiently, I respond to a call from command. Some dude named Major Kyle, an Alliance officer, has set up a compound in the hulking Eta cluster. He's attracted a bunch of biotics to himself and has become outspoken against the Alliance. His biotic followers call him Father Kyle, and they killed 2 Alliance representatives that tried to establish contact. Basically, it's a cult. It's a Jonestown in space in the making, and I've been asked to resolve the issue. You'd think after all the suckling, it wouldn't kill the crew to call me Father Shepard now and then. I knock on the door, and the bloke who answers is not exactly hospitable.
We won't let you take Father Kyle away. He protects us. We need him.
It's apparent, based on the desperate, fierce loyalty in the voice of his followers, that I'm going to have to off Father Kyle and everyone else before they off themselves.
Let me speak to Major Kyle, and maybe I can find some way to help you all get out of this alive.
If that's not what it means to protect and serve, then I don't know what it means.
Father Kyle says we biotics have to stick together.
Father Kyle is obviously secretly feeding these people drugs so that they confuse their addiction to the substance with loyalty to him. I don't actually have any evidence of that. That's just how I would do it. We meet the big chief, and he's about as creepy as you'd expect. Only a creep would use parent-children metaphors for the relationship between him and his followers.
I am their leader after all, their mother hen with a huge proverbial rack at which they suckle their daily sustenance of my words of affirmation.
It was necessary to protect my children. Only I can keep them safe.
If you take away their father,
My children will be helpless.
He's non-compliant, and I definitely see him reach for a weapon. At least that's how I'll write it up in my report.